But anyway, so I have an assignment in class, and it's about genres. And it got me thinking. I was like, oh, pick a genre starter, right? So I ended up going with Resident Evil, even though it's technically not the birth of a genre. Um, and I wanted to examine this because I couldn't even put this into words.
Mm-hmm.
What makes a franchise good?
Makes a franchise good.
Because the first thing I thought immediately was consistency, right?
Yeah.
But you can have a consistently average game. You know what I mean? Like, Halo.
Birth of Ladder camping.
Birth of Ladder camping. Wait, what? In 4, maybe?
Yeah.
Where you just wait for the motherfuckers to se la vie, or whatever they say.
I think
a franchise.
I think there's
I'm sorry, series. Series is a franchise, is it not?
Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah, so...
I actually have an interesting observation on that. I think it's interesting. I guess you guys tell me if it's interesting.
I'm the best.
I ironically think what makes a franchise successful is innovation.
Define innovation.
Doing something that hasn't been done before. Bringing it to the table, bringing something new and making it successful.
Well, here you go.
I think there's too many variables to
what's it called?
pinpoint.
What's that game called? Dead Eyes or whatever the fuck.
Dead Eyes?
Last week, reviewed it. I always forget about it.
Oh,
Beyond Eyes?
Beyond Eyes.
Okay.
Technically innovative. He's
Mhm.
doing something that hasn't been done.
But doing it successfully. making it fun and yada yada.
Okay, so incorporating it into
Making
the
it
gameplay
heavily sold.
to where it actually...
Marketable.
I hear you.
Bringing something innovative and making it marketable.
Making a good game.
So I find that ironic because franchises generally, after the first one, follow the same pattern
They kind of fall
until
off.
it dies.
Yeah.
See Assassin's Creed.
See,
But
What's it called?
what made
What's this?
Assassin's Creed exciting in the first place, and initially very marketable and successful, is that it brought something so different. Like, you're a guy apparently doing some other crap. But regardless, the gameplay was you're an assassin. Let's add some cool, like, Prince of Persia style elements of moving around, like jumping onto buildings, climbing up them, and stealthily doing all this. And initially that was exciting. And ironically, the franchise part of it is let's repeat that.
Yeah.
Rinse,
Adam-
repeat.
well, there's-
Adamasaur brings up a good point, talking about how Zelda, it's maintained by keeping the theme going. My example, and I'm glad he brought up a different one, I was going to say Mario. Mario was successful based off its platformer because it was a good platformer, and they stuck to it. Granted, they did have their alterations to it and to see what was successful, such as Mario Kart, Mario Party, Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, all those different kinds of games.
Yeah.
But the successful ones, when you think Mario, the franchise, you're thinking
jumping,
of
running,
platformer.
Yeah.
Run, jump.
They
And
made
Zelda along the same lines.
They make small innovations in the Mario series, like the Galaxy one, which apparently is really good. I just never got to play because it's a Wii game.
I played
Um,
the first one.
Yeah. Is it good?
Yeah, I mean, it was as far as like, it was the closest relation to Mario 64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was honestly really good. I just didn't really care for the Wii controls. But if it was a regular controllered game, it'd be fine.
Cool. Yeah, I agree. I don't want to use the. So yeah, Mario tends to stick to its own thing and not really innovate that hard after the first major push.
It makes a lot of tweaks.
But yeah,
Enough tweaks to be satisfying.
I guess that's the thing. Then we should add to the making a franchise successful is making it initially innovative and bring something new that people can then latch onto marketably, and then to make it a successful franchise, keep tweaking it
Mhm.
in ways that keep it current and somewhat refreshing. Maybe that makes certain franchises bad franchises. Like
Just
like what we would, I guess, and bad being subjective as well, obviously,
Of
because
course.
Madden is a bad franchise that sells incredibly well and makes
Mhm.
money. Then again, that could just be it's a football game and there's no other football game. But
But as far as going like Assassin's Creed,
yeah,
Hold
they
on.
they do tweak things.
Well, yeah, they do.
they do tweak things. But I will argue, Assassin's Creed Unity is now being sold for $20 and trying to be packaged into every.
That's because
Xbox.
it's a shit game.
Yeah.
But Adam, you bring up the basis for making a successful world would be to take the strongest aspects of a game or the most enjoyable, the reason to play the game for the player, and maintaining that while adapting around it. I just had a conversation with these guys before we actually started streaming. Resident Evil 4 is more successful than the remake. that came out before, which was more keeping with the tradition of Resident Evil, which was fear, horror,
Yeah.
that stuff. They even switched around a lot of the mansion, but to make it feel like it was a new mansion. But the thing to consider is Resident Evil 4 sold better and is more highly regarded due to the fact that they moved away from that level of horror. There's still an element of horror,
Yeah.
right? Like, who wants a chainsaw guy chasing him down? That's fucking scary.
Mhm.
More tension, really. A little bit. You're not really freaking out or scared after the first night with Ashley when it's raining and all the guys are hunting you and her down, and it's like your first time dealing with her. But okay, you can argue variables. That's fine. But the thing is, what changed was they put gameplay ahead of horror,
Mhm.
and it made it a better game.
Yeah, it's like a teetering act of it starts off completely innovative, like horror.
Okay.
Like, wow, a horror game. Wow, we haven't seen like a really good one in forever or ever, really.
Yeah.
And then it's how close to mainstream can we get this? Because obviously mainstream would be it's a fun game with cool graphics.
Mhm.
So how close to mainstream can we get it? And I guess 4 hit that like nail on the head of like
Right where
this
it
is
should be.
this is how much fun a game should be with the horror element
Yeah.
still there. And then of course they kept going with that. Like 5 is like, all right, it's
Too
kind,
much.
It's kind of fun, but
Yeah.
I'm not scared ever. And then
Ever.
6 is like, okay, this is not very
You're
good.
like, what the shit? It's
No.
efficacy versus efficiency. Or I'm sorry,
Efficiency.
entertainment
Versus
and efficacy.
Entertainment.
So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's not like the end all be all solution though.
Yeah. So he's saying Amnesia. The first game was successful. Second game they lessened the horror. People
Second
just
game being Soma or
No.
Amnesia 2?
No, it was Amnesia 2, Bay of Pigs, or Machine of Pigs. Sorry, not Bay of Pigs.
They picked.
Whoops. Well, yeah, sure, there's that, but the other thing about Amnesia 2 that sucked was the build-up. There was incredible, like, it took, like, I think it was like 40 minutes before you saw anything resembling a monster. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
the first Amnesia was relatively light on the puzzles and just kind of kept you on a where the fuck am I kind of mentality. The second one just felt like there wasn't that level of fear there because your character was, if I remember correctly, your character was always like talking to himself in his head. It's like,
Yeah.
that's not really, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, if you look at something like Silent Hill 1 and 2 versus, say, Silent Hill 4, the presence of your first monster,
Mhm.
especially in Silent Hill 1, you die on purpose. You're supposed to die, is fucking scary. You're getting chased down a long hallway by a bunch of like babies with fucking knives. You're like, what the fuck's going on? And then you die and you wake up in a what's called. If I remember correctly, that's how it was. And then Silent Hill 2, you enter this like sort of construction area. You're like, oh, what the shit? And then one of the guys comes alive. You're like, oh, my radio's acting weird. And then the guy's right behind you. And you have to fight this guy. So it's like, holy shit. Or the first time you see the pyramid head. I can't beat this guy. Fuck. You know? And you're running around trying to kill him. Those elements of horror and things like that is, oh, you're back.
Oh,
Daniel.
it's Daniel.
You,
know.
you guys.
So, yeah, I think franchise, and unfortunately, franchise kind of has a dirty name attached to it, a dirty word almost, because of things like Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Madden. But again, Madden is going to happen anyway because it's football and people need a football game. So Madden's kind of a weird outlier. But games like Call of Duty innovated at first. They did a great job with making like, here's multiplayer first-person shooters. They got cool, fun things like, you know, you call in a helicopter, woo! And then pretty much have just remained the same game throughout. The
Yeah.
little innovations like the
Little-
newest one, you're like
little
zipping
dalliances,
around
yeah.
and dodging it, but it's the same concept. Because it's the connotation, yeah, exactly.
But
It's a repackaged game, you
it's
know,
not necessarily the connotation. They're living up to the fact that it is essentially repackaged.
Oh yeah, they make no bare bones saying we're going to release this every year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here, but they're successful anyway.
There's a
Crash Bandicoot is a game that I want to talk about as far as franchises go because it was. I recently
Sing happy birthday, Olga Kapranova.
What?
I don't fucking know.
Anyway.
Sing it.
Crash
birthday.
Bandicoot. I recently was checking out. It was made by what? Insomniac?
What?
Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog. Sorry, Naughty Dog.
You're not a PlayStationer.
So made by Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
They released. I don't remember. It was an article or something or a video,
Yeah, there's a video from like the game theory group.
Did you know?
and they were talking.
Did you know gaming? Yeah.
And they were talking about how the the
she
franchise continuously tried to innovate itself, tried to change its mechanics so drastically to keep the game fresh and new, because that's what the community was requesting.
Well, and I'm pretty sure Naughty Dog had left by then, right?
What? By when?
Had switched games by the time Crash Bandicoot was like, let's change it up, and
This
switched
is
to-
after 3.
it handed
and
off
Crash
to
Team Racing.
somebody. I can't remember.
They
who.
sold it.
Yeah,
Crash Team Racing came out about the same time as 3, or like
somewhere in
the
that.
A
same-
little bit, yeah. Same time or a little bit after
Ow, your
3.
elbows.
I do sing, but what would you like to really hear? What do you really want to hear? That's what I want to know. 'Cause
I do
don't-
sing. I'm amazing.
Yeah.
I'm amazing.
So yeah.
But so with Crash Bandicoot, they were trying to innovate too much.
Yeah.
Same thing with Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
Banjo Nuts and Bolts.
That's
They-
way far down the line.
They tried.
true, though. It's
They
the same
They pushed innovation too far, and they redid the gameplay,
You
the
could argue-
style.
that's innovation versus even renovation at that point.
Yes,
Well, here's
yeah.
the thing about Nuts and Bolts. Nuts and Bolts was a 360 title. Was well after the years of or the heyday of Crash.
Yeah, they're like,
Bandicoot.
nobody's gonna buy a platformer now,
exactly.
but we
right?
need these characters to do
Right?
something.
We still own them, but
Yeah.
and one could argue, not confirmed, a different team. So it's not the same people that actually felt it. When you look at Crash Bandicoot, it doesn't feel like it was too much of a different game, regardless of.
They took the same concept.
Yeah, they just added more shit to it. Like now there's underwater levels, there's space levels, shit like that. Like they didn't go too crazy. Now you have a slide where you can super jump. You know,
They didn't do too crazy, but for whatever reason, like you're about to say, it just
I think they just stopped
It
working on
didn't-
it. They
it
could have
didn't-
done a Crash 4, I think, and been fine.
If they would have kept to the platformer and introduced a new jetpack or a jet bike,
Yeah,
or because they were doing that from Crash 1, it was just straight up platformer.
they could have called it
Crash
Jack
2,
and
they
Daxter.
had the rocket pack. The space levels where you had to propel yourself up and down. That's new.
Crash
That's
3,
innovative. That wasn't
underwater.
done before. You had
Yeah.
the underwater with the scuba gear. Then you had the motorbike, the Jet Moto versions of Crash.
yeah.
You had the dog levels in the second one where you had to get on the polar bear and run.
The little tiny panda. Oh,
Like
poor guy.
that's
Oh, don't.
sorry, that actually did crack me up.
Oh, man.
But that is innovation, and Spencer, you brought up a very good point. Renovation. When video game franchises or series want to renovate their game, I think that's where they kill it. Because the reason that people originally bought your series in the first place, and the
There you
reason
go,
you
Adam.
made a second one, is because it sold.
Right.
Because people enjoyed what you originally created. Once you start renovating, then you're trying to appeal to a brand new audience. And if you're trying to appeal to a brand new audience, the people who were there in the beginning, you have as good as a 50-50 chance of them actually enjoying that and sticking around.
yeah.
Fun.
I think Hitler's probably taken. Would be my guess.
Right? Like, shit.
So I agree. I totally agree. When you renovate, you have the opportunity to lose everybody that liked your game.
Mhm.
And if you built that strong, like Crash Bandicoot was huge.
Yeah.
And if you build that strong name and then you renovate and then the game itself isn't catching on, that name is dead. And then
Mario
you're
did.
yeah.
Mario did it successfully. Mario Kart, Mario Party,
I think they were clear when they did it. Like they said, Mario Kart,
yes,
Mario Party. This isn't Super Mario Bros.
yeah,
And people knew, okay, these are spin-offs, and they were actually good. But people are like, these are spin-offs. They're still gonna make Super Mario
original.
Jumpathon.
exactly.
So that's probably the right way to do it. Unfortunately, Crash probably didn't have the resources to make like
I mean, they made
million-
CTR, Crash Team Racing,
yeah.
It's very good.
and
Which
it was actually
it's
a lot of
actually
fun.
held in high regard. So
My
they-
brother and I played the crap out
Does
of
the
that.
stream have mods?
so great start to
One.
that. But they probably didn't have the resources to be like, okay, we're gonna make Crash Party Extravaganza and still
I think
make
they
like
had a Crash Party.
right. Well, that's what I mean. But
But shit.
and still make like good platforming games.
Yeah.
Like, we can't spread that far. And of course, what happened.
What happened? Huh?
So,
She's
I
weird.
agree.
Look at her. Oh my god.
so as far as that goes, yeah, I think innovation is a tricky one because you can't alienate the audience when you do that.
no, you can't. And
But
usually you're
you
trying
know.
for a different route. But
I give props to anybody that innovates. Man,
I give
try go for it.
I give props to anyone who innovates and actually does a good job.
Right, they're the ones that are. Well, you don't need to give them props.
Well,
They
yeah,
made
right.
money.
They
and
make
they're-
the money.
and
They
they're
get the
good.
props.
If you really try to innovate like that, you know, props to you, but if you failed because you innovated.
Yeah. I mean, a good example of a game that constantly gets slightly tweaked and is still satisfying is Street Fighter. At its basic level, it's just 1v1.
Yeah.
But now in Third Strike, there's a parry system. In Alpha 3, there's alpha counters and 3 different.
I think when Adamosaur was saying mods, he meant moderators.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, good.
He
good.
totally did.
I was thinking something else for a second.
You're like, no add-ons
No
here.
add-ons here, yeah.
Uh,
Make sure to check us out on the Itch Network on YouTube, by the way. Yeah. Anyway, continue.
but in the case of no, we don't want to do that. In the case of Street Fighter 4, you have the focus and FADC, focus, attack, dash, cancel, and then the revenge gauge. And then in Street Fighter 5, you have V trigger and V skills and stuff like that. There's slight changes, but at the end of the day, the game's still the same.
Right.
The reason why it doesn't get rebranded or doesn't get considered as like a in the same field as Call of Duty is because one, the lack of frequency. The frequency is completely different.
Yeah.
And 2, it's something that's usually thought out well enough. I'll say this time and time again, Japanese developers are very much into QA, more so than American developers are.
Oh, yeah. It's
When
becoming more and more prevalent.
Yeah, when you
Into
see Tony Hawk, we just did it.
Yeah.
But if Tony Hawk was Tony Hawk, we've got an entirely different game that would have shipped and been very well research as far as errors go. Maybe it's not the best game ever. You know, that's debatable.
Yeah.
But in the sense of like it being like broken, no, you wouldn't even find that. So that's the thing to consider is that that's the thing to consider is that it depends on what you're changing, but it's also the consistency of it. And is it worth changing? Like, is it worth being that like, okay, hey, new Call of Duty. Now you can jump and fly around like Titanfall. And you have special perks with your class. A lot of the weapons are, you know, just slight tweak versions. That's not going to sell.
Yeah.
I mean, that shouldn't sell, rather. It does, I think, just because Call of Duty sells because of the name now. It doesn't sell because it's a good game. It sells because of the name.
Yeah. It kind of, I think it just depends on like what kind of game you got too.
Yeah.
Because if your game is based on balance, then you can release a game, a sequel, or a remake. And be like, we tweaked things. Things are a little bit different. We added a couple things, yada yada. And usually they don't release them at full price anyway. Like I know Street Fighter 4, like the remakes and stuff were like $40 at max, I think.
Okay.
And some are even cheaper than that.
Yeah.
And I get that. I get why that's important because the fan base there, the people that are buying that game are dedicated to being good at this game.
Mm-hmm.
And so any tweaks and stuff is a big deal. Whereas if you're doing Call of Duty and stuff like that, you're there.
It has a market.
You're there to shoot shit.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
There's a competitive market. It's just
Yeah.
to an extent.
It's not the same thing as Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's not the same thing as Street Fighter. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like I wish balance games could actually get like their props and shit like that. But Virtual Fighter's never gonna be one of the games at Evo unless they have Virtual Fighter 6 and they dumb it down.
Yeah.
Tekken wasn't really too balanced. We'll just do Virtual Fighter. For as balanced as it was, is never gonna be that crazy of a game. It's not gonna be on the show floor at Evo again. Unless it's a new title, because it's just like people don't care for that shit sometimes, and it's really disheartening. I don't know how it is with you on League, but when something's clearly unbalanced, it's unfortunate. It's disheartening because you're like, it's like two players playing at equal skill. They just have this advantage, this innate advantage based on the hero they're playing.
Yeah, it does happen,
and it's just like it's discouraging. It makes you feel like shit because it's just like, what the fuck, man. But yeah,
they have some stuff in place to help that out, but. It's not for the way I play it. There really isn't any banning, so kind of becomes a problem for me.
Right, I'm too much of a beast.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to the whole franchise thing, I honestly don't know what makes a franchise suck.
What makes it suck?
What makes it good? What makes it suck? Any of that stuff. What makes it suck is failure to be consistent. Sure, right? You could argue that, but at the same time, not all franchises are consistent, and they're still good franchises. Mm-hmm. You know, I would still call Assassin's Creed a good franchise because it does have really good games within it.
It does.
It's just Unity sucks. Black Flag apparently was amazing. I came off of 3 going to Black Flag, so I didn't feel it as much as everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And I love 3, and not a lot of people love 3. And I didn't like Revelations. A lot of people like Revelations. I loved Brotherhood. People love Brotherhood.
Yeah, I love that one.
You know,
I love the original.
I fucking hated the original.
Oh god,
It
it
was
was
Garbage.
when I
to me.
played it when it first came out,
Yeah, no, me too.
and I loved it. Like, as soon as you figured out the fighting style in it, yeah, it was easy. But I love just exploring that place and seeing the lore and all that kind of stuff.
Not familiar personally, but
What?
I'm not familiar with the first one or the second one. I've only really I played a little bit of Black Flag.
Black Flag is the
If that-
pinnacle
if
of
that's-
the old school Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, if that's the pinnacle. That series is not for me, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, the cool things that they did put in was the like the naval battles are pretty intense.
yeah.
They're
I mean,
pretty. Like,
there are good things about it. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's a bad game by any means.
it's just not your
It's
cup
not my
of tea.
thing. Not
Yeah.
my cup of tea. Like Madden, I would not be the person to. I'll never review it. You'll never see a review of Madden from me because I would just be hating on the fact that they're playing football and yada yada. It's
Well,
just,
but
I
the
can't
minute
see
we
it.
switch it up and we put like NFL Street, then we're in there.
oh yeah,
Then
I'll
it's a
play.
completely different thing.
When you take the simulation out of it, I'm all about it.
Yeah, and it becomes this level of arcadeness within it. Like, who didn't play NFL Blitz, right?
By the way, the Miss Melly, I don't think that I forgot your comment.
What?
She asked us to sing the Halo theme.
What is it?
I don't know it.
Wait.
Oh,
I know, just Daniel. You actually, I should do a Madden review.
Why? You are excited. Why?
How funny would it be for me to start explaining the mechanics of Madden?
Fuck.
actually, like explain them or
Yeah.
You have
okay.
Madden?
My dad does.
That might be a thing.
Oh wait, he doesn't have PS4 though.
No, he has
Where-
Xbox One.
Where I should do a Madden. So this guy has a ball, and
Oh, you're gonna John Madden it?
he need get a pen and just
He's got
start
the
throwing.
ball right here. He's
So this
gonna run
guy's
in
got
the
the
infield.
ball, and he wants that ball to be over there, but somebody's got to be holding the ball when they run over there. I could make it. I could do it on.
For about like $70 we could.
Shit. That's an expensive review right there. In
Well,
addition to the game.
It's something that I am actually interested in getting anyways.
Oh really?
That's the drawing thing we can draw.
Yeah.
on the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's
That
the
would be-
ball.
Yeah. Here's the ball.
Oh man, if we had themed reviews, that'd be great.
That actually might be.
We do like a
pretty
Halo
funny.
review and everyone's dressed up as Master Chief or something.
So something
Or
that,
everyone's got helmets.
that would
Mountain
be
Dew.
that would be pretty good.
It'd be very Angry Joe like.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
So let's not do that. Anyway, that 16 is awesome.
Yeah.
No way. How you say Adam said? You see, when the ball crosses plate, usually it's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, almost 100%.
Tell that to the Seahawks, man.
I'll dress up as Cortana. I've got a history of cross dressing. So.
I've got a history of crossing.
Yeah, I can do
that is a
And they're like
YouTube
swimwear.
clip. We need to save that.
it. Save that in the files.
Usually.
Yeah. Usually.
I'm actually going to go look for a Halo suit to do the review. It'd probably be like $30.
I'm reviewing Madden.
No.
Too bad.
Mask?
I'm
Are
calling.
you just talking about the mask?
Or
like a full body suit? That's like 300.
There's some cheap ones. Like
Really?
I'm talking like just like drawn on. I'm not going.
Oh.
I'm not going ham.
Oh, okay.
Keeping it basic.
I would go ham if I had the cash for it.
I
The show gets big enough, we will be doing full costume, like
costume
professional themed.
for Tony Hawk will kick flip into the scene.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, it's bankrupt. Never mind. When Skate 4 comes out,
I probably
Um,
could.
probably could.
I probably could.
I think I
still.
want to do a Madden review. I am down for that.
You do your Madden review. I'm gonna do the Uncharted review. I'll show up as Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Be like, ah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, here's what I'll do. The cartridge will be on a pedestal, and I'll
Yeah.
switch it out for Tony Hawk.
Yeah. They'll never know the difference.
It'll work like a charm. Oh man, we get so much great ideas from these people.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
good ideas.
That gets the juices flowing.
It gets the juices in more ways than one, right, guys? Am I right? Right? I'm alone.
We're
Anyway.
talking about sexual juice.
Right? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I would like some orange juice. If we can get some of that.
Any other games you guys want us to sing the theme song of?
I don't think we really did a good job of that Halo one.
Wait.
Oh, I was killing it. All right. I was about
Go-
to
ready?
freestyle.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Oh, you're right. I could do the review of Madden 16 and show it.
Oh, that's so good. See if people notice it.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know.
Womb Raider.
Oh yeah, yeah, like 2005 or something like that.
That's the only Madden I actually ever bought. Was 2005.
Oh,
Really?
jeez.
Yeah, it's funny.
Don't you have one? I thought you had one.
What?
A Madden.
No.
Shit.
What is the theme for Tomb Raider?
So for Tomb Raider, you'll dress up as this broken, battered woman in
Yeah,
Arctic
and
gear.
I'll just be ironic and give myself very large breasts
Oh, good.
because
No,
they
no,
specifically go the other way with
No,
it. Now.
here's what we'll do. We'll fold some cardboard, and that'll be your one uniboob.
Yeah.
We'll just put it in your shirt.
and draw a line in the middle.
Draw a line in the middle.
To be, like,
And there
clear.
you go. Sega Saturn, PlayStation 1, Tomb Raider. Let's go.
Oh,
We are
yeah.
in there.
We didn't have enough polygons.
God,
The
triangle.
Yeah, I'll
boobs.
just put little
There you go.
triangles in
Yeah.
there.
Get some birthday hats.
Yeah, like
Have some
Madonna.
Madonna boobs.
That would be interesting.
Go all out. Do your hair. Wear blue tank. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I love how we just went on a rant of how we're gonna dress up Spencer like a woman.
It's great.
Guys, I'm a little bit
That's what
I'm
I
a little bit hard right now.
Well, when I'm Indiana Jones, I'm pretty sure I'll be a black Indiana Jones. I'm gonna be breaking barriers, y'all.
Have you seen Blazing Saddles? Yeah.
No, I haven't. What's that?
Oh,
Is it like satire? Like
it's a joke. It's a western where the sheriff is black.
oh really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a
It's
legendary
pretty
movie.
bad. I think like isn't that a joke? I think bad.
That's a legendary movie. That's Mel Brooks.
No Brooks.
I saw Wild Wild West.
There you go. Right. Oh, then I can rap on the soundtrack.
Can you hear the sigh?
Then I can drop that for.
Yeah.
I can drop Matrix for Wild Wild West and then regret it. Harrison Ford. He's
Dress up as Harrison 4073.
Yeah. What I'll do is
He doesn't. Have you seen interviews with him recently?
Uh-uh.
He doesn't look like he's there.
Like all there in the head?
Like things are going on around him, and he's just
Yeah, he is oblivious.
It looks like it takes a minute for the pistons to start firing because he just kind of looks at you, and he's doing that weird thing like where he just glares at you for a second,
Yeah.
and tries to make you feel uncomfortable, but it just comes off as that he doesn't have a thing to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All the sound
I guess
clips from him are him just saying like one-offs to whatever people are saying. It's really weird. Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot going on.
Well,
He just kind of stares out in the
slowly
distance.
fading away.
His consciousness is just slowly pulling back.
Disappearing, man.
And he like hated Star Wars.
He did.
He hated it.
Well, he's back.
I know. Well, we're home.
Money.
Give that guy money.
Yeah.
I love the idea that he doesn't like any of the roles he's in. Because it just makes his movies, like when you watch them, just makes them that much better. Like, Indiana, we got to cross the bridge. He's like, ah, fuck. Like, you want me to go all the way over there? All right, I'm going to go over there. Oh, it fell. Look at that.
And see, Adam Sawyer, that was my initial thoughts when I saw him do his interviews and stuff, but it went too far. Like, there was too many seconds. It wasn't 1 second. It was like a 7-second stare down, and it's just,
Sir. Sir.
Yeah, Conan O'Brien will talk to him for like 10 minutes and he'll be like, this is why I don't like redheads. And he'll just like grimace. Like, that's all you had to say, Harrison Ford?
3 questions in.
Yeah.
10 minutes later. So, Harrison, don't answer that question. Anyway, we'll be right back. This is acidity slipping away. Don't give him a gun. He'll shoot first at you, too.
Yeah, yeah.
After- No, wait. No, you jerk your head. Remember that animated?
That is just fucked up.
His head was on a freaking rail system.
Yeah, his head
Oh,
super
man.
talented. Like Sean Connery when he dies.
Was Sean Connery
is
sexist and racist?
Harrison Ford gonna go all sexist, racist like Sean Connery? Well, Sean Connery was his dad in Indiana Jones 3, right?
Yeah,
I
in
think
one
so.
of them, yeah.
So I guess
So
so.
they have met.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a Hooverville trickle-down effect going on there.
Wait, is it not okay to hit your wife? Well, I'm just saying I got to change my.
it's not
Update my
hitting.
status on
It's
Facebook.
relocating your fist abroad her face.
You guys are freaking cocks. All right? No.
Absolutely not okay to hit your wife under any circumstances.
Never hit your wife.
Never.
Unless
Never.
it's sex and you're hitting her genitals with yours. That's it. What?
I just very
Just me?
South
All right.
Park
Okay.
stick of truth imagery right now.
Oh no.
Which scene?
Oh, what scene?
You don't remember? It's the sex part where it's the swinging.
Is that the one you're
Yeah,
talking about? Oh yeah.
How do
Where
I
they're
know
on the
about
bed
that?
and the balls are just.
God.
They're coming straight for us.
Thank you. Oh, it's just Daniel. He
You
said I was
just-
charming. I didn't read the first part.
Problematic. Here, I'll spell it for you. Definitely. It's problematic without a doubt.
All right, so I got a question for you guys. You can only play one game this week. What's going to entertain you for your 40 hours? Sorry,
Probably
20
Metal
hours.
Gear.
20 hours.
S'ing all the missions.
Okay.
Will probably be Metal Gear. I would say Destiny, but I've like slumped. I don't know what it was.
I spent a lot of last night trying to find a game because how you were saying that you were just going to keep Metal Gear, and I was like, yeah, just grab me a different game then.
Yes, Metal Gear Solid 5.
I spent
I'm not
last
like
night
it.
trying to find
I'm not like
a
it, just
game.
Daniel. Think
I
about that.
know. I know.
Yeah, go on.
I spent last night trying to find a game, but I'm like, yeah, this will hold me over until I think the next one I actually have interest in is beginning of November. I think that's Battlefront.
Okay.
That's end of November, right?
17.
17th, I think.
So mid-November. That's the next game that comes out that I'm interested in.
Adamasaur, Undertale, end of story.
I'm not.
Think of the era, Victorian era, bruh.
I actually do not like that era.
Okay, well, you can leave. it,
History
Tommy.
lesson wise, I had no interest. But I was trying to figure out a game that I could be like, hey, Justin, grab this for me. But I got nothing. Like Destiny finally it hit that curb. It's been 3 weeks now, and I finally ran out of things that I'm enjoying to do.
Uh-huh.
It's now turning into like, oh, I gotta wait for the weeklies.
I would
Adamasaur, Undertale.
Undertale
Get
or
it.
Rogue Legacy.
Oh, Rogue Legacy we could fit in that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Rogue Legacy, I didn't enjoy that as much.
Well, you're not a gamer, so it's okay.
Oh shit!
You jerk.
Shit.
That's a great game. It's got Hokage's in it, bro.
I enjoyed parts of it, but then as soon as you die and then you get a crappy person and you have to like then catch back up in the dungeon and stuff, and then you're dying and you're like, it's just
Well, it's randomly generated. I mean,
I know,
unless
yeah.
you save it.
Well, there are forms to it.
Yeah,
It's randomly picked.
yeah, but
I would
essentially, if you go up, you're going to one area. You go generally down, you go to another
Yeah,
area.
you know,
You
it's
go
not
right.
for him. It's not for him.
yeah.
But you can also there's a way you can like re-roll like who you get,
hmm
your family. It's kind of weird how they explain it, but yeah. I would say to recommend to you a PS4 game. I would say Sleeping Dogs. Then
Sleeping Dogs.
it's essentially Chinese GTA. You play as an undercover cop who has to stop these triads, and there's like a lot of other elements to it. Like you get like a girlfriend, you have a social life, and all that shit while you have this going on. It's pretty interesting, and it's like it's more focused on like
Yeah,
melee
Adamasaur.
combat. So you learn like martial arts and shit. So it's kind of cool. I was actually gonna pick it up, but then I realized I've got fucking 30 games to run through. So
I would say The Witcher 3 if you want a $60 slam.
I
bang.
don't know if he can.
Oh, he would like it.
No, I mean just take it because there's a lot of shit to do. But you strike me as the guy who, if you don't like a game within like the first 2 hours, you're not going to play it the rest of the way.
Nope.
It's enjoyable the first 2 hours.
Well, I'm just saying. and
Oh,
haven't
well, I
played
guess,
the first 2 hours.
I guess maybe the big problem would be a single player game, and you
Well,
like
I mean-
multiplayer games, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he
Sleeping
wants
Dogs is single
multiplayer.
player. So let's try something else then.
Uh,
Undertale, the $10 single player pixel game. Yes,
get it? It's
It-
fantastic.
yes. From what
Uh,
I've been hearing from him and plenty of other people, is Undertale is underrated. It's a great title. It's amazing.
For Eric, a multiplayer game.
Helldivers.
I don't know about that for Eric.
I,
That game's
I,
okay.
I know very little.
That game's
about
all
it.
right.
Yeah.
I played a little bit. It's got some weird issues with it.
Weird issues.
I'll play
Rocket
it.
League.
What's the weird thing that's gonna curb me away from Helldivers?
Do you like what do you call it? Twin stick shooters?
Twin stick.
Yeah.
So like, if you ever played like, a game that has a top down and you move with this one, you shoot with this one, you're running around just shooting.
Oh, and you're like a turret basically,
A
Essentially,
moving turret.
Yeah.
moving turret.
Yeah.
I'm okay with them, but I can't. I don't
Probably
think
wouldn't
there's
pour,
enough.
Like 60 hours into it.
Yeah, I don't know if I could play it that long.
I know what I can get you with. Uncharted.
Nah, I don't know if he's gonna like the multiplayer.
The multiplayer is great.
I don't know if I'll care for the multiplayer because the Assassin's Creed multiplayer I did not like.
Well, it's completely different. It's just a shooter at the end of the day. It's third person shooter.
You
Okay.
think
Except
so? Oh,
with
it's just Daniel?
platforming elephants.
I don't know about it. I don't know.
Elephants, I said.
It's. I mean, yeah, it's heavy team co-op focus. Like 4 players playing together. Lot of team killing.
Really?
Friendly Fire.
Probably from
Friendly
you.
fires like crazy. And ironically, like when you bring a hero back to life, one of the people, like it'll literally fall on the map and you can kill people, like your own teammates,
Oh,
which is fun. And it's so hectic that
Do you
it
have that
happens
game?
a lot. Yeah, I have it.
on Steam or
I have it digitally downloaded
on Steam?
on PS4.
On PS4?
Yeah.
You have your PS4 right there.
Yeah, I got it. We could try it out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I want to try it and check
All
it
right,
out.
he's gonna try it after the show. It's just Daniel.
the Uncharted collection.
Yeah.
I did have interest in picking that up,
It's a
but
great franchise.
I don't
series.
think it'll be one of those that I am just plowing through because I want to experience what everyone is talking about.
Yeah.
It's like Journey, like Halo. They're games that I missed when I was growing up, and I want to check them out.
So you want something that has more of a dynamic sense of longevity. So like,
Yes.
okay, so like Destiny, if you join a strike 2 different times, it's going to be different, slightly, but still different.
Yeah.
Um,
For me, mainly it's character progression. So here are the main things that I look for in a game that's gonna that I'm gonna love. I need a leveling system. I need something that's progression based, so that if I put forth the effort or the coordination with multiple players, I can achieve something.
Okay.
I need the co-op aspect to make me play long term. Graphics
what?
have to be done well, whether it's 8-bit or whatever bit we're up to now.
Too many bits.
Yeah, it's
Too bit to quit.
they have to actually execute a graphical theme. Like World of Warcraft, to me, I never thought the game looked bad because I
No.
love the color palette.
People say it looks bad. Again, it's all a matter of opinion, but I think they're missing the point.
Yeah,
It's a good looking game. It's just
they
not
did
high res.
they did a great job with the art style they went with and the color palette that they used. Ratchet and Clank is another example of graphics that I loved. Like the first game that I ever saw, second game that I ever saw on PS3 was Ratchet and Clank.
I got the game.
Huh.
Far Cry 4. There's a multiplayer aspect. You can beat the entire game multiplayer. It's open world. There's a lot of shit that's going on in it. There's a lot of places to explore, a lot of things to find, a lot of people to kill.
Are the things that you find worth something?
I believe they are.
Okay.
Um,
I've never played a Far Cry.
well,
I've seen streams of it.
from 2 and 3, there's a big fucking difference.
Okay.
But especially in 4.
I've only seen 3.
Yeah.
Is the only one I've seen.
Um, if
Is the multiplayer like a thing that continues?
what do you mean?
Like a
persistent?
progression through multiplayer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, as far as I know, yeah, there is. I gotta double check with Troy. So don't go. Well, I'd be getting it, but not just yet. Let me double check with Troy on it.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
Daniel-
Borderlands. You used to play that, didn't you?
I tried.
You couldn't get into it.
Destiny and Borderlands, I played them for the first times at the same time, and Destiny's shooter was just better. Like the gameplay.
It feels more solid as a shooter than
Yeah.
Borderlands does.
Borderlands
a
feels like I'm
PvE
shooting paper.
shooter. Yeah.
Like I'm shooting paper guns. But Daniel, the World of Warcraft comment, the World of Warcraft did take a lot of my life, and I did enjoy it thoroughly. I cannot play another MMO though. I'm over that gaming phase.
Yeah,
Not
right.
phrase.
World
Phase.
of
in
Warcraft
my
2
life.
comes out. It's gonna be like, hey guys, you guys rolling as
Oh, I'll play it.
Clerks?
Like the next expansion that's coming out, I'm gonna play it. But am I gonna invest the
yeah, Diablo 3.
Diablo 3? I don't like the art style. I don't like that top-down.
Oh, you're not
Oh,
into
you don't.
isometrics?
You're not nice. It's not the art style. It's just the what's it called. The art style
Well,
itself
it could
is
be
just,
not style.
it's pretty basic. Well,
It's dark
meh.
and dingy, and
You couldn't
can't
call
see
it-
shit.
you can't call a third-person shooter an art style.
Well, a game can still have an art style.
No,
like
that's
Bastion
true.
is an isometric with an art style.
Correct, but you can't call isometric as part of the art style because it's something
Oh,
different.
is that what
It's a
you're not liking about it,
perspective.
or the actual art style?
I don't like the third
Isometric
that
view.
plus the art style, because there are games that are that isometric view that I'm okay with, but I don't like the dark, dingy, can't see anything.
It's not. It's actually colored.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I own the game. I have
know.
like
I've
three
played. I own
75s.
it too.
Well, there we go. Let's get it in.
No,
You can play
I did not
hardcore
enjoy it.
characters.
You didn't enjoy it? I didn't like it either.
You didn't play with the right team. You didn't play with the right boys.
I didn't
You
like.
didn't
I
play
didn't.
with the right homies.
I played the demo. and I
Don't
didn't-
listen to him.
my brother.
Don't listen to him.
My brother actually recently leveled a bunch of my Diablo characters for me.
Yeah, it's a fun
Um,
game to me anyway.
I mean, I see why it was entertaining, and honestly, this is where I'm coming off from a different point of view.
Orange Mike.
I played Diablo 3 for the story.
Okay.
And then I dropped it.
Oh God.
Well, then you're disappointed. 2 was a better story.
Uh,
1 was just dungeon crawling.
Did I miss some
Adamasaur,
comments?
What co-op
Adamasaur
games do you
said-
like?
Well, he said you're not a fan of MOBAs. No, he's not.
No,
Are you-
I enjoy them. I'm not going to play them constantly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll jump on League with Spencer, and Spencer has praised me.
Damn, this dude is.
Yeah, he
picky.
does actually pretty well.
Yeah, I am, and that's my right as a gamer to be picky as shit.
I wouldn't say Trine, because it doesn't have. Well, it has a level of character progression, but the emphasis
ends.
is not.
Right?
And it ends.
Yeah, it ends.
And the the concept of Trine.
I wouldn't
is,
mind playing Trine with people though.
I
We were talking about
Yeah,
it.
we've
Trine's
been talking about this a lot.
is that the side-scrolling one?
It's the 3-player multiplayer game.
Yeah,
One person plays an
side-scrolling, right?
archer,
Side-scrolling?
wizard, and a.
He's a lot of physics.
Yeah, I
based.
can get into those ones. I like those games.
Yeah.
That doesn't match the parameters you've laid out.
Yeah,
What?
we're
It's-
trying to.
you-
meet
it's a
your
Yeah.
it's a replayable game with co-op.
replayable?
It's beginning to end though, so it's like
Like
A to
once-
B, and then that's it. So
So there's no character progression like Gauntlet
there's a
Legends
very
or anything.
slight character progression, but it's like it's character progression in the sense of like it doesn't really affect the gameplay to an extent. Like, okay, one of your characters gets a flaming hammer now, which I know you're all about flaming hammers, right? But or another character allows other characters to jump off his shield, you know, or whatever like that. Or the wizard can hold 2 objects or create a longer plank.
But it ends once the game ends, right?
It ends once the game ends. So that's
Like
the problem.
you're not carrying that over and like starting a new game, but you get all the stuff.
I would
back.
still recommend that we play through what's it called? Dragon's Crown, side scroll beat 'em up with RPG elements, with character progression and multiplayer and online multiplayer, and a concept of a story.
it's just Daniel. Payday 2 is fantastic.
Yeah, but Payday 2 kind of reminds me of Evolve, not in that sense of like, hold on,
No,
but I mean in the sense of you really need friends to enjoy the game.
I don't think so.
Payday 2 need friends
I
to
played
enjoy the
with
game.
randoms. I had a good time.
Well, I mean in the sense of like.
It helps to have friends. It makes it a lot more fun.
That's
But
like-
every game makes is more
That
fun.
was the same thing with Siege that they said was always play with your friends on Siege. Like it was like some guidelines. Play with your friends on Siege, you'll have a better experience. I didn't
Yeah,
have
dude,
an experience.
Adamasaur, this
So-
guy's got no problem grinding.
Yeah, zero problem grinding, man. I have no problem grinding as long as it's progressing. If it's one experience out of 1,000 per boar, I'm killing every boar.
I disagree on that one. And
Is-
I
is-
had a pretty fucking hard grinding life growing up. I used to play Korean MMOs where they were like,
Oh, God.
you need to fucking earn it.
Yeah,
No. 3 hours to level up, and what do I get? 1 skill
Yeah,
point.
Payday. Have you ever played Payday? Do they have that for PS4?
I have it on my PS3. It was a free title.
Because Payday is probably cheap now too,
It
and it's,
is on PS4 though.
and it is really good for that. I
Probably.
didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
It'd be like Battlefield Hardlines, like where they were doing the multiplayer,
Cops and
where
robbers.
they're doing cops and robbers.
But we're
you-
always
you're
the
always
robbers.
the robbers, and it's always PVE. So the cops are
Yeah, so like
Back
you got to go in, you got to scope the place out, figure out what you're doing. You got to case the place, and then after that, you figure out like there's plenty of different ways to get to these objectives.
so
and
I
these
have to
things.
case the place, or can I just walk?
You
in
can
and-
literally
you can walk
just
in
go
and
in.
kill everybody.
Yeah.
Okay,
But it's highly.
we
Yeah.
know my strategy.
Oh my God, you're gonna bring down whoever you're with. Yeah, it's more fun with friends.
But again,
it is on
everything
PS4.
is. What isn't more fun with friends?
Isn't League probably?
No, well, League will destroy your friends.
Exactly.
But for the moment when you're playing it, it's a lot of fun. What was the original question? Was what game? If you could play one game for the rest of for a week,
for the rest of this week,
being
like
it's Saturday, that's kind of pushing it.
and
But,
Saturday to next Saturday.
for it was okay. So for a week,
again, it'd probably be Metal Gear Solid just because I want to S every mission.
Mhm.
And it's been on my list for a minute now to S them. And I'll log on, I'll
I play
do one
League.
mission, and then I'll turn it off. And I'm like, fuck. But it's because I've been having so much like homework lately.
Do you have anything this week that you're doing for the show, like review wise?
Oh, you're not. Are you contributing, Justin?
Oh fuck you.
I'm just.
I believe there is a
Just
video
talking.
that could be edited that I can't.
Shut
I'm trying
up.
to think. What game was it? I can't remember. Was it
Rocket
Rocket?
League,
Ricket Log or something
Ricket
like
Log. Anyway, I wanted to check out the beginner's guide, and run through that.
Oh, you did check that out.
Yeah, no, I did a read up on it. I think before you you
that?
told
Wait, what
me
game are you
about
guys talking about?
the beginner's guide. It's a game about an individual who talks.
Oh,
Okay, you know what I'm talking about?
speaking of, sorry to cut you off, but you mentioned that 20XX game. I totally have it.
There you do.
Yeah, I'm ready to play when everybody else is.
20XX. Oh,
Oh,
that-
the Mega Man one.
okay.
Yeah, it looks like Mega Man. But
I'll
it's
pick-
multiplayer.
I'll pick it up, but at most I'll probably be able to play it like really late tonight. And I know you've got a curfew, and
I have
you've
a
got
date.
I've got a curfew. Excuse me. I'm a man's man.
Me on.
I do at least 5 push-ups a day. I don't need to take orders from anybody.
Okay.
If I want to play a game at night, I play it. I just might not be able to talk. I gotta be really quiet.
Right, she'll kick
and I gotta
my
put a
ass.
blanket over top
Yeah.
the monitor.
But I mean, tomorrow I've got math homework to do, and then I've got a what's it called to do, part of a paper to do.
Tomorrow
I'm free.
night, like late night, like 8-9 o'clock, I might be able to,
Okay.
and that just all
Yeah, I might-
depends on.
Yeah, we'll just load it up, stream it, run it. It's multiplayer,
Yeah.
side scroller,
Mhm.
Castlevania esque,
Mega Man esque. Yeah.
To answer your guys' question that I never got to answer because you guys didn't bother to ask me, I'm a moment of silence for that because that's how it works around here. I gotta fight for airtime.
Anyway,
But to answer that question, you're gonna be surprised. The Old Republic.
really,
I've been playing that a lot lately.
you got back on it?
Yeah.
You didn't fucking tell me.
No.
You're shit.
You're busy with other stuff.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, you
Our
want to play?
characters were at the same
He
spot.
doesn't
No, but
want
I
to
always
play with you.
I always
He
started.
doesn't want to play with me.
No,
I
I
know,
do
right?
want to play with you.
You
I
hear
do.
that? You're gonna
Justin-
hear it first, folks.
Justin,
Right? This is the itch, and this is the bitch.
Justin,
Why don't you want to play
I
with
would love
me?
to play with you.
Why?
Why don't you?
You're going to the dark side.
I would love to play.
Right? Let's do it.
No, I would absolutely love to. I didn't think you'd want to.
Dude, we've talked about it a couple times here and there. I'm like,
Yeah.
and it's like in passing. It's like a guy trying to sleep with a girl. It's like, you'll be weird right now as if we played the Old Republic.
The Old Republic. We just
And
slipped
then
that in.
you're like, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm like,
goofy.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have mentioned it in passing.
Okay,
It's not like I
But we're
particularly
starting at
love the
level
game.
0.
I care about the story.
starting at level 0.
Again, who are you
One.
playing as?
I'm going as Republic.
I know
Right now they're doing 12 times experience for class quests.
for class classes.
So yeah,
So what? But who are you going as? Like what job?
I was going as a Jedi consular.
Are you gonna actually heal this time?
Yeah.
Shit. We ran dungeons and I was like, "You're the only one that can heal," and he's like, "Oh, sorry, forgot." God, we're dying.
If you'd like to play with me, absolutely.
I'd probably be the should I be two-handed or one-handed Jedi?
I don't give a shit what you do.
Well, because one's DD, the other one's
Four-handed.
Yeah, four-handed.
four-handed. I'll be
General
Grievous
Grievous.
up in here.
Flipping around. Yeah.
I'm
That'll be
falling
it.
in the lights,
So
or the
you're gonna
outside.
play Old Republic this week? Are you doing any games for the show this week?
This week, I will definitely try.
He's role playing. Yeah, he is.
I
As
might
an
get-
asshole.
yeah, I actually do play as a mean guy usually. But if I'm going the consular, I'll be nice.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
You were consular last time. You were a dick.
Oh, is that how?
Yes.
Okay, then that's what I would do. Misspoke.
He's like because when you're grouped up together, sometimes you can see what they say. They roll to see who says what and shit. And he'll be like, on my side, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, here, take $50." And your other one, "Get away from me, wench!"
Yeah.
Like, oh, shit, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, if you want to play, I'm down. What would you ask? What am I playing that might be contributable to the show?
Mhm.
If Legend of Legacy comes out, I don't know if I'll have enough time. I can't remember exact dates. I think it comes out. If not, it'll come out next week, and I'll look like an idiot. But I'll try to play some indie games if I can, and just be able to review them. But nothing big. There's nothing big that's coming out.
No.
I think Tales of Zestiria comes out in a couple weeks.
I'm actually
Oh, and
interested.
Disgaea.
I want to try that out.
Disgaea
Oh, the Tails game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
5
gonna
or
get it
4.
too.
One of the Disgaeas comes out. But I won't be doing it. I don't have enough time to contribute to that game. That game takes,
Yeah.
And then a couple 60 hours.
yeah.
No, I've not played Cities.
I have it on my wish list. Oh, it's on sale? I'll get it. I have it on my wish list, so
What
I
is
might
it?
as well get it. It's like SimCities, but just a different take on it.
Oh, interesting.
A different company. It might be
Is it
better.
you go like different planets and stuff, right? You go to like you'll
Oh.
build on the moon and whatnot.
on City Skylines?
yeah,
I think that you're thinking
I
about a
don't
different
think
game.
so.
maybe.
That might be Anno 20.
Yeah.
I think
that's the
that's
one.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this one's straight SimCity crap. Which
Hmm.
I have it on my wish list, so I'm excited that it's on sale.
Yeah, I have one game on my wish list. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Obviously, the wish list is working if I didn't know that it was on sale.
Clear.
Or maybe I just don't use
Modern
Steam.
Marvel.
But yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe we could even stream it if we're all playing that one game, and maybe it won't be as terrible as when we did
The Soma game.
Soma game.
God, that game
Bored of it.
sucked.
Oh, you were supposed to have a review of it.
I was, but fuck that game, dude. I'm sorry.
All right, here's our review of Soma.
What about Triforce Heroes?
Wait. I'm Eric.
I'm Spencer,
And I'm not aware of what's going on.
and we're here to review
Soma.
Shut the fuck.
Justin, take it away.
The game sucks. It's not scary. Pros
The-
and cons. Pros. You wasted your money. Cons. You wasted your money. I got nothing. Fuck it. Don't play the game.
Graphically, it looks pretty cruddy. I didn't think anything.
Yeah, so art style you're not into.
Art style,
Let's
it just
establish it's not a $60
The
game.
main
No,
character
it is not a
fucking
$60
bullshit, too. The main character's whining a little bit.
The picking up things and shaking them around and throwing them, it felt like that Octodad, that surgery game. It like they just were like, well, the community loves this feature. Let's put this in the game.
Yeah, Triforce Heroes, I believe, is coming out at the end of October. I'll be getting that for sure.
So the other parts to it, the music, a little
non-existent,
eerie,
wasn't it?
sound existent. Music wasn't there. The sound effects though, they did have some
It started off
eeriness. Yeah. And then gameplay like moving around and stuff like that. I
it
thought
plays
was
like Amnesia,
fine.
but it should not be on a console.
Yeah.
I don't think at all.
The picking up things and searching things was crap. And then the
We're just that
what
good.
was the what was
Yeah, I
the other
edited
part?
it later. I do. Remember that.
What was the
I
other part? What?
What was the other part? It's the monster. That was my biggest complaint. The monster. When
Let's
we
talk
ran
about his
into him.
reveal.
Yeah, his reveal, he just walks through a door and is just stumbling around. And I was like, oh, maybe I should creep around a little bit. So I like tried to creep around. I got around the guy really easy. And then afterwards, when we finally like died or
You
we
never
hit that
see him
point,
again.
we didn't have the
killed
full
the
thing
guy.
downloaded.
Oh, is that? Oh,
We didn't have the game fully downloaded yet, so we could only play up to a certain point. And then we were all like, "Oh, thank God, we can stop playing."
Yeah, I was
We
bored.
You don't
I then
want that in
loaded
the
up
game.
to a checkpoint and went back to that fight with that guy where he was revealed, and I'm like, I wonder what happens when I get caught, like when I jump in front of him.
Yeah.
So I run up, jump in front of him, and it's all, and then I wake up and like everything's just like a red hazy
I don't have to
view.
be there till 3:30. It's like 40 minutes.
Everything's like a red hazy view, and then you can just stand back up, and your guy just walks slower. And he's just like, "Rup."
Yeah, it's like
Yep.
you sprained your ankle or something. You're
Yeah.
like, I'll get over it.
And that's it. So you get basically get like a second chance. So you're slower, so it's harder now. But I think if the entire game was that way, if your guy was injured the entire time, it actually would have made it more dangerous, more interesting.
Daniel's like, I like the part where you killed the robot and he screamed for minutes in the background. Yeah, by the way, you can actually not kill that guy.
The
You can prevent it. From
Why
what I
would you?
hear.
Why would you prevent it?
Like,
It's the most entertaining part of the game.
that was
we
actually
didn't play the whole game. We played a small fraction. of
3
it,
hours
and
and a fraction
and
of it.
we yeah,
bored to tears. Quite
bored
honestly.
to tears.
Yeah.
Is pretty depressingly.
Right. Well, I'm
awful.
Spencer.
This is not a review.
I know. I don't think. I'm
Thank
not
God.
gonna-
What?
I'm
No.
not
No,
using
fuck
this.
that. Fuck
I'm not
that.
using.
No,
this. There's
don't
no
use
way.
it.
I'm not.
We
gonna,
should play out.
Are we actually going to do a legit review of this game?
Dude,
You should
if I
do
get
it.
time,
You
then
get
yes.
time because we need somebody who's beaten the game. Hey, it picks up on the last 6 hours.
5 seconds.
Last 5 seconds it picks up because it's not fair. if
It's
we
not
have
going to
play
get done.
it. If it's not going to get done, we shouldn't do it. I thought it was a joke.
It's an awful game. Don't get it. That's preliminary. It's a preview.
Yeah. Because if the
World
first 3
premiere,
hours.
Premiere.
Yep.
Don't get it. That's
The
the world premiere.
Anybody else have any questions for us?
That game was fucking shit. I can't get over it.
Taking questions. Anybody got questions?
$20
Asking all
down the drain.
questions.
Why you asking all these questions? All you ask. Oh man. Make
But yeah,
it
are you are you down to play Old Republic? And will you be dedicated?
All right, so check it out. Let me label you my schedule.
So no. The answer is no, by the way.
No.
That's what happens when he says that.
Mofoggle.
All right.
Listen,
ahead.
Triforce herpes. Oh, heroes. Whoops.
I'm playing. I'm playing it. If you want to play with me, I'll play with you, dude.
I've
anyway,
thought about picking that up, but
What
Looks
is
like
that?
fun.
What is that?
It's a multiplayer
Dynasty Warriors, Dragon.
Oh,
No.
Warriors.
Wait, no. Triforce Heroes is the 3DS
Oh, the Zelda thing.
Zelda game,
Oh, that's right.
and it's like multiplaer isometric Zelda. And
The
you just solve
totem stacking
puzzles.
thing.
Yeah,
The totem stacking.
it's like a lot of fun.
We're gonna stack that shit. WTF? I don't know either, man.
What's the drag? Is it called Dragon Warrior Heroes? Is
Yeah,
that the other
I'm
one?
getting
Dragon
that.
Quest Heroes.
I'm getting that Dragon Quest.
Dragon
Heroes.
Quest
It's coming out
Heroes.
in next week. No, the week after this one is coming out.
Do you have the first Dragon Warrior, by the way?
I've played it. I don't have it, but I played it.
We have that at the school. Like they
It's-
brought it out and they're like, "Hey, you want to play Dragon Warrior?" I'm like, "That's actually Dragon Quest."
Well, if it's in English, it's Dragon Warrior.
Well, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like it becomes that franchise,
yeah.
and they're like, "What?" I was like, "I know."
Yeah, I played 1 and 2.
Anyway, so like as far as
They
my
are
schedule,
old.
as far as my schedule goes, Monday's gonna be pretty rough for me. Tuesday takes me. I'll probably be back the same time you are. Actually, now that I think about it, on Tuesday, so we could definitely play Tuesday.
I can play like 8
Yeah,
p.m.
so that works. Monday, I've got,
I do not play video games without cross dressing. Oh, it's just Daniel. So,
He always dressed up as the protagonist.
and I'll be sending pictures of myself. Anyway, continue.
that's why he doesn't play the games here like Tony Hawk, because then
Yeah.
he'd have to get changed, put on his
Like,
makeup,
all right.
put on his corset, all that
Anyway,
stuff.
continue.
Tuesday's probably a good time, and Wednesday's a good time.
So Tuesdays and Wednesdays we do Old Republic.
Okay.
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 Not Wednesdays.
What the fuck?
I often do D&D on Wednesdays.
Fridays.
Fridays? Okay.
Tuesdays and Fridays.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
If I'm gonna get on Tuesday, I'm logging onto my computer,
Oh, you sent me a text too.
pulling up my Mountain Dew Code Red because that's what I drank. No, I don't actually. But set it up there, turning my computer on from the power button,
From the power button.
pulling out Old Republic,
Old Republic.
and I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit patiently watching the screen.
I've been patiently waiting.
Should you dare to not log in,
Should you dare?
you will hear from me.
You play 5e. What's that?
We just finished playing a 4E one. Yes, 4E is terrible. We just finished it. We will be moving to 5E on our next campaign, which I will not be DMing, which
Oh.
I'm excited for. And I'm reading up on the rules right now, and I'm super excited to try it. We will be having to do more pen and paper with it though, because there isn't an online character maker that I know of. So that's going to be kind of weird. Because 4th edition thankfully has an online, the whole thing that I showed you, so which is super handy. If you want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, I can go on forever. I'm a pro. Not really. I'm terrible, but I did run a whole campaign. So
Mm-hmm.
Fucking neck.
What about your back?
what a
Pussy
5e character? 'Cause I'll do that. So I did run a cleric a while ago.
He's
and
going to be doing that with the Old Republic.
Yeah. I ran a cleric, and when I run a good guy, I'm always kind of a dick when I play these games.
Yeah.
And when I ran a cleric, I ran him as lawful good, which can be hilarious because you can be a lawful good guy who thinks he's above anybody that's not lawful good
Okay.
and therefore treats them like shit.
So how lawful are you?
Which is like, so I would go up to characters and I'd be like, wow, you're dirty. Why don't you take a shower? So that was fun. Okay, awesome. I will check that out. I am actually interested in that because we are all about to run it next week. A 5
Run
edition.
it. Run it.
I kind of wanted to do a
Run-
podcast out of it, but it's probably not for the show. Maybe for a side thing. But
Yeah.
it'd be fun.
Link your personal YouTube.
No,
YouTube.com/Spencer
that is
Dancer.
lawful good.
That's,
That is lawful.
that's just
good.
an asshat.
It is an ass.
Hey, there's an alignment called asshat.
Because I would do the right thing and judge people who wouldn't do the similar.
You wouldn't be a
thing.
menace. You'd do the right thing.
Yeah.
You'd do it for the boys in the hood.
Yeah.
Right? You'd stand and deliver. All that shit. That's him.
My pigment is hurting.
Ooh, what was that?
My spider sense is tingling. No, my pigment is burning.
Hey, 3.5 is awesome. All right.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm taking it to an extreme now.
And government. Oh, the government! I don't know where. Was that the police? Oh, let's stop them.
I can do whatever I want, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can be any alignment and be an asshat. That's absolutely true.
That's me, bro.
That is a character trait. That is definitely a
Both-
character trait of our beloved Spencer.
Both personal
God.
and in game.
That's what
He-
you're,
like,
you're the
it's-
devil on
it's
the
funny
angel
because,
on the
like,
shoulder of this guy.
You always hear people say like they use video games to escape reality. No, Spencer uses it as another world to act like himself.
Yeah, it's an assertion of reality.
Yes.
How did the show get so nerdy? We've been nerdy.
Roll a d4. Why would you roll a d4?
Miss. Because this dick. That's what this dick foe. I'm sorry.
Wow.
My bad. Just-
It's
If,
Black
if
Knight's
anybody if anybody hasn't stepped into it and want to, do not do 4th edition. Just please don't do it. Find one that's more in your head than on a board. 4th edition for you guys would be like playing Final Fantasy Tactics,
okay.
but on a board. Like, so you got the board here and you move around on the squares. Whereas 3.5 and what I'm hearing 5 edition is more like is like in your head. You just like you walk into a room and this happens. Do your stuff.
Ah.
4th edition is way too slow in combat and all that kind of stuff.
I probably wouldn't play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just not my slice of cake.
I've got a
There's
group.
nothing wrong with that.
I got a group, and we would be good for it.
Yeah.
And Eric actually played with me once.
Hmm?
Enjoyed it. He's
Yeah.
a busy guy though, so
I do enjoy D&D. I played it when I was growing up as a kid. And going back and playing the newer editions, yeah, there's a lot more to it now.
Hey,
Some things were simpler than they were back in 1st and 2nd edition.
would you agree that it has less of a focus on characters and more of a focus on combat? That's kind of how I see it. 4th edition.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that. But yeah, you're right. It does have more focus on the combat rather than the story.
yeah, nod to your screen that we can't see. Just
That if you guys want to, I could put some out. It won't be necessarily with these two unless Eric jumps in, which he's always invited.
basically WoW with better graphics.
With better graphics.
Role playing between the crew. No, that's bedtime, man.
Yeah.
It's imagination.
So I put on the pigtails.
Oh man,
Justin tries to yank them off.
I just go ham on them. You know what I'm saying? You can't get me to stop.
Oh, Red Mike.
What? Your character was
What?
No, your character was
I
a
don't-
human.
I
Or
don't
no. You're Red Mike.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're doing.
No, I don't play. Come
Red
on,
Mike
man.
should be an angry dwarf.
I usually, honestly, it's funny. Anytime like Final Fantasy or whatever the case. Well, I guess World of Warcraft was the exception, but I usually always play a human because everyone else is busy playing all these other other races, so no one plays the human.
So you're doing affirmative action on video games as well, just like on the show.
Shit, from the show to video games, from the living room to the internet. I usually do that. The only difference was World of Warcraft, because there's no human horde, right?
Nah.
So I was like, oh, Blood Elf, right? And then, wait, was it? Yeah, it was. And I was like, all right, fuck, I'll do Blood Elf. And then, but on like Final Fantasy, on most games where they have races, I'm usually a human because I like to be.
To look like your character.
No, I mean, I don't look anything like my Final Fantasy character. We look nothing alike. We just share sort of the same pigment. That's it. And then he's got like crazy hair and it's fucking red and black, and I just have normal hair, which is
I
boring.
see the red in there.
Really?
See some red.
It's my dad. It's my Irish roots.
Yeah.
Uh, but
I'm straight out of Compton. Wow, that was a.
that was awful.
That was
That's why I
awful.
laughed.
I-
It wasn't
that was-
funny.
We need to just not do accents. Like that just needs to be
No, no, I'm
a
gonna-
thing that we
no, we
don't
got
do
I'm gonna
on our
get
show.
this
We're gonna get
accent
our accents.
down.
He's just a
Are
wee
you-
lad.
And now is it Irish or is it
Scottish.
Scottish. Straight out of Compton, eh?
That's like a mix between Canadian and like who says A besides
Oh, that's
Canadians?
Canadians.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, dude.
Mm.
Get it right. Get it right.
I'm gonna master this and I'll come back next
He's
time.
gonna come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
If you would have was it lad? If you would have instead of A put lad in there.
Lad. Yeah.
Otis Daniel says, did it end with battle against endless zombies in a deserted world?
Yeah, it was Scottish kind of.
No. If you'd like to know how it ended, the characters ended up in a time loop, and they consistently
So
Completed.
entitled.
they
If you'd like to know.
they consistently completed the same actions and were actually thousands and thousands of years old. They just kept getting frozen in time and had to. It was very tragic.
It's Futurama. That's what it was at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's how I ended it. The party's
You
like,
don't
how's
remember
that?
the dog
I said
episode?
Futurama. I know that the dog waited and just died.
Yeah, man,
But I'm saying the characters that end up in a loop and go backwards, 40 years forward, go backwards, 40 years forward, endlessly.
Mm, mm, mm.